Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about cell cycle and cell division. So before starting this topic, first I would like to introduce myself. I am Dr. Dheeraj and I did my BSc, MSc and PhD from Department of Zoology, Banaras Hindu University. Right now I am assistant professor in Department of Zoology, Rameswar College, Muzaffarpur. So today topic is cell cycle and cell division. And according to my opinion, this topic is very important, and it has many applications in other topics like plant and animal reproductions, genetics, and evolution. So first, I will start with a very common term, cell, and we all know that cell is the structural and functional unit of living organism. As we know, it is cell is the smallest component of living organism, hence it is called a structural unit, and a single cell has all the functions which are important for life. Therefore, it is also known as functional unit. And the classical cell theories says that all organisms are made up of cell and cells. But at that time, they were unable to explain the origin of new cell, and that concept was given by Rodolphe Virchow, and he said omnicellula is cellular. The meaning of this statement is that new cell arises from pre-existing cell. So here, this cell is basically the pre-existing cell, which is also known as mother cell, and the division of this mother cell produces daughter cells. So now we know that every daughter cells are produced by division of pre-existing mother cell. So, when we talk about the cell cycle, so we could say that this is a mother cell, and this mother cell will grow in size, and ultimately the division of this mother cell produces daughter cells. So, we could see here that cell cycle includes both cell growth as well as cell division. So, technically, we can define the cell cycle that the sequence of events which occur during the process of cell division is known as cell cycle. So, there are various events which occur during this process, and these events are described under cell cycle. So, we all know that this growth of cell as well as division of cell, this is a continuous process, but for our convenience, this process is divided into interphase and M phase. So whole cell cycle is divided into interphase and M phase. Interphase is also known as resting phase. But if we see here that this interphase is metabolically very active phase. So the preparation for cell cycle is is done in interphase, but visible changes cannot be observed here, and therefore this interphase is called also called resting phase. But in case of M phase, it is metabolically inactive, but cytologically very active. So therefore, it is real phase of cell division. So again, the interphase is further divided into G1 phase, where synthesis of RNA and protein take place, and these proteins are basically used during S phase. S phase is the very important phase of cell cycle where replication of DNA takes place, and also duplication of centriole takes place in the cytoplasm. So here we can see that the DNA, we all know that DNA is a double-stranded helical structure. So in G1 phase, the amount of DNA is, suppose if it is denoted by 2C, so this DNA replication will occur in S phase, and in G2 phase the amount of DNA will become double. So if it is here G1, if it is 2C, it will become it will become 4C in case of G2 phase. So we all know that here we could see that the mother cell undergoes G1, ACE, G2, and prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, and cytokinesis, and finally they produce daughter cells. Again, this daughter cell will grow and form mother cell, and these cyclic events uh, can occur continuously, and this whole process is known as cell cycle. So this is the story of dividing cell. But some cells in our body, or we could say that in adult body, uh, most of the cells are non-dividing. But when we compare the embryonic stage, like there, most of the cells are dividing. So when at the time of embryonic stage, if we observe, the cells are, most of the cells are dividing. But in case of adult, uh, most of the cells are non-dividing. And those non-dividing cells uh, cannot uh, participate in this cell cycle event, and they 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 enter into another phase which is known as G0 phase, which is also known as quiescent phase. And this phase includes all the cells which are non-dividing. So say for example, in adult organism, the brain cell, that is nerve cell, kidney cell, heart cells, they are not non-dividing. So those cells are these cells are found in G0 phase. But the dividing cells, they are, they can be either in G1, AS, G2, or any phases of the M phase. So if we discuss the detailed events which occur during these phases, so here we could see that the interface is divided into G1 S phase, G2 phase, and we know that this interphase is metabolically highly active phase, and this is the longest phase. Like again, in G1, growth of cells takes place, extensive cellular synthesis, formation of mitochondria, chloroplast, Golgi body, ER, ribosome. So all the cell organelles, uh, they are they are synthesized, they are produced during G1 phase, and again synthesis of RNA and various structural and enzymatic proteins. Say for example, we know that in S phase replication of DNA will take place. So the histone proteins are synthesized during this G1 phase. And we know that in S phase replication of DNA takes place, as well as duplication of centrioles also takes place in this S phase. So again, the last phase of this interphase is G2 phase, and again here the synthesis of RNA and protein take place, and here the protein could be, say for example, tubulin is synthesized, and this tubulin is utilized for the formation of spindle fiber, which is the important component of cell division. And again, another phase of cell cycle is M phase, and which is also known as mitosis phase, which is further divided into karyokinesis, means division of nucleus, and cytokinesis means division of cytoplasm. And this karyokinesis is divided into prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. So these uh, phases will be described in detail when we will describe the process of cell division, that is mitosis. So here we could say that karyokinesis, karyon means nucleus and kinesis means division. So here there is division of nucleus, and a single cell now contains two nuclei, and when the cytoplasm is divided, the daughter cells are produced, which contains, each cell contains a single nucleus. So here now we can observe that these different phases uh, exist for different time periods. So the duration of cell cycle varies from one organism to other organism. Say for example, human cell divides in 24 hours, and this has been observed in case of cell culture. So when human cell division is observed under cell culture, it has been found that it takes 24 hours for completion of division. And here we could say that most of the time the cell exists in interphase. So here G1 the duration is 10 hours, and S phase the duration is 9 hour, and in G2 phase the duration is 4 hour. And real division that is M phase, which takes place in only 1 hours. So uh, from here we could observe that the preparation takes more time, but real division takes less time. And most important, like here, if we observe different human cell like embryonic cell, this G1 phase is highly variable, and this is highly reduced in case of embryonic development. So there the cell will divide uh, uh, very very fast, and they will produce a large number of cells. But in normal adult organism, this is the duration of different phases for normal cells in culture. So say for example, other organism like yeast, it divides in 90 minutes. So for example, bacteria, it divides in 20 minutes. So from this discussion, we have described that cell cycle and its different subphases. And now we know that cell cycle is divided into interphase and M phase. Interphase is further divided into G1 phase, S phase, and G2 phase. And M phase is further divided into prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, and cytokinesis.